A captivating fusion of ancient mystery and quantum innovation is unfolding, where secrets buried for millennia are now being re-examined through the lens of cutting-edge technology. We find ourselves on the brink of a revelation that could reshape our entire understanding of human history. With the advent of Google's Willow quantum chip, computational barriers that once limited our exploration are beginning to crumble, potentially unlocking the true purpose behind the pyramids. For thousands of years, the Great Pyramids of Giza have towered above the sands, their weathered limestone exteriors standing as timeless guardians of forgotten knowledge. Despite centuries of study, they continue to baffle and inspire. According to the widely accepted narrative, these colossal monuments were constructed as grand tombs for pharaohs of Egypt's Old Kingdom, specifically during the 4th dynasty, over 4,500 years ago. But what if that story is only part of the truth? The mainstream archaeological view presents the pyramids as remarkable yet relatively straightforward, monuments built to showcase power, express religious devotion, and prepare for the afterlife. Hieroglyphs, burial chambers, and historical records all seem to support this interpretation. But beneath this widely accepted narrative lies a current of unresolved questions that only grow louder as modern technology sheds new light on these ancient marvels. The precision of their construction remains astonishing, even by today's standards. The Great Pyramid, for example, has a base that's nearly a perfect square, aligned to true north with an error of less than 1/10 of a degree. How did builders thousands of years ago achieve such incredible accuracy without the tools we rely on today? This mystery becomes even more striking when we consider the scale: millions of massive stone blocks, each weighing tons, placed so precisely that the seams between them are often thinner than a credit card. But what might be even more fascinating than the pyramid's architectural marvels are its unusual electromagnetic properties, recently brought to light by scientific research. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Applied Physics explored how the Great Pyramid responds to electromagnetic waves of certain resonant lengths. The results were startling. Under specific conditions, the pyramid structure was found to concentrate electromagnetic energy within its internal chambers and beneath its base. Researchers discovered that radio waves between 200 and 600 meters in length trigger resonance effects inside the pyramid. These electromagnetic fields form distinct patterns, suggesting a level of intentionality behind the design. Rather than being the result of random construction, this energy-focusing behavior hints at either a remarkable coincidence or a feat of purposeful engineering. These revelations compel us to ask unsettling questions about the true extent of ancient knowledge. Could the architects of these monumental structures have understood electromagnetic principles, concepts we've only begun to formalize in recent history? And if they did, what role might such energy concentrations have played in their design? As we delve deeper beneath the familiar limestone faces of these towering relics, we're drawn into a hidden world even more enigmatic than what greets the eye above. Beneath the worn stones that millions of tourists photograph each year lies a largely unseen realm. Thanks to breakthroughs in radar Doppler tomography, we're now beginning to uncover what could be the Great Pyramid's most astonishing secret: a vast and intricate substructure extending far below the surface, well beyond what mainstream archaeology ever imagined. The images uncovered by this advanced technology reveal vertical shafts plunging nearly 600 meters into the earth, depths that defy our current assumptions about ancient engineering. These aren't crude, irregular tunnels, but flawlessly cylindrical shafts maintaining a uniform diameter of 4 to 5 meters, spiraling downward through the bedrock beneath Giza. Most astonishing of all are the massive, cube-like formations at the base of these shafts, colossal stone blocks measuring up to 80 meters across, seemingly anchoring the entire structure deep into the earth itself. The remarkable geometric precision of these formations challenges the idea that they were created using only primitive tools. How could ancient builders, without modern excavation equipment, carve such flawless cylindrical shafts through solid limestone? Even more intriguing, what motivated them to dig so deeply below the surface? The uniformity of these features and their alignment with the pyramid's corners and edges point to intentional design, not natural erosion. These aren't random geological quirks, they're clearly part of a larger architectural blueprint that stretches from the pyramid's peak to deep underground. Discoveries like this compel us to rethink what ancient Egyptians were truly capable of. The vast scale and accuracy of this underground network go far beyond the concept of a mere tomb and raise a deeper question: what advanced knowledge might have been lost to time? First, they fed the quantum system every known measurement of the Great Pyramid, its exact dimensions, material composition, orientation, and internal architecture. Most importantly, they included the newly uncovered subterranean network in full detail. Willow didn't treat this data as mere architectural trivia. Instead, the system interpreted each element as a potential part of an integrated whole. What emerged from the quantum simulations was nothing short of extraordinary. When modeled as an electromagnetic system, the pyramid's internal chambers, passageways, and deep underground shafts no longer appeared random or ceremonial. Instead, they formed a unified network, one seemingly designed to harness and amplify electromagnetic energy drawn directly from the Earth. The massive cubic structures found at the base of the deep wells? The simulations identified them as ideal capacitors, capable of storing this energy. What truly astonished the researchers was how the mathematics of quantum field theory, equations that describe particle interactions across space, aligned with eerie precision to the spatial layout of the pyramid's internal structures. The same patterns that define quantum entanglement were echoed in the proportions and placements of the pyramid's chambers. This wasn't coincidence. The data suggested that the builders possessed an understanding of physical principles we've only just begun to grasp, concepts like resonance, field amplification, and energy state transmission. The underground network wasn't just structural, it was part of a sophisticated electromagnetic harvesting system, potentially converting Earth's natural field into usable power. Even more compelling was the revelation about the pyramid's limestone. Due to its unique crystalline structure and high quartz content, under the right frequencies, it could act as a semiconductor. In effect, the Great Pyramid might have been a prehistoric technological marvel, concealed in plain sight for millennia. Seen through the lens of quantum science, we must now ask, what if the pyramids weren't tombs, but machines, designed not to honor the dead, but to harness life-giving energy? Willow simulations don't just hint at an ancient power system, they offer a radically new portrait of early human ingenuity. As these structures are reimagined electromagnetically, the Great Pyramid transforms from a monument to mystery into a machine of immense purpose. Its location is no accident either. It sits precisely at what was once the center of Earth's landmass, a position ideal for tapping into the planet's electromagnetic flow. We are left with a provocative possibility. What if our ancestors weren't just builders, but engineers of energy systems? And how might we revive this ancient technology for a new age? The materials used in the construction seem to have been purposefully selected: limestone with a high quartz content, encircled by granite chambers that act as conductive pathways. Even the disputed gold capstone that once sat atop the pyramid takes on a new role, potentially serving as the final conductive point in an energy collection system on a planetary scale. What's most intriguing is how the underground network appears to operate as a vast geothermal tap. These deep wells, extending hundreds of meters below ground, would reach Earth layers where temperature gradients naturally create electromagnetic differentials. The spiraling paths within these wells align with the same patterns used in modern electromagnetic field amplification. These weren't just structural decisions, they were functional elements of an energy harvesting system that closely mirrors today's zero-point energy theories. The cubic structures at the base of the well seem to be designed to stabilize and balance energy flows, much like capacitors and transformers manage electrical current in modern power stations. What becomes clear is that this wasn't just an early battery, but a highly sophisticated renewable energy system that could have powered ancient Egyptian civilization without the carbon residues typical of conventional fuel use. One of the most humbling challenges we face is deciphering intention across vast spans of time. Were ancient builders purposefully designing energy systems, or did they unknowingly create structures with mathematical precision that gave rise to electromagnetic properties they never intended? The architecture of meaning is as difficult to reconstruct as the stone structures themselves. Still, the dialogue between ancient wisdom and modern quantum understanding is only just beginning. As quantum computing advances beyond its current limits, we may develop models that incorporate variables we haven't yet considered, simulations advanced enough to test these ideas against every archaeological discovery, physical law, and historical context. The journey ahead requires both creativity and rigor, balancing openness to groundbreaking possibilities with a commitment to verifiable truth.